What they young nigga ballin', putting numbers on the board. I'm just stacking up the money, stack it up, it's never gone. What she say?
What up, though? This is your boy Cino Javon. This is me on the block. You know the vibes. Stop playing. You better like, comment, subscribe. Coming at you every Saturday, every Tuesday. We lit. And today you are into a treat. Yo, co-host CCbeingCC. Do you want to be known as CCbeingCC though?
You can. That's fine.
Okay, CCbeingCC, you know, she new, but she a regular at the same time. She new, but she ain't new to, you know what I'm saying? She ain't new. Her link in our YouTube channel is in the description. Stop playing. And UHB, Brittany in the cut, B Limitless will be joining mid-show. And Mighty JR, your boy, unfucking believable, will not be on the show tonight. But we lit though. We lit though. If y'all saw,
he ain't cut off for that. You made it sound like he was cut off.
Oh yeah, no, my bad. JR, he's on the show. That's your boy, but he didn't. Some things came up where he ain't gonna make the show, so he out for this one. But you all saw the title today. This is very interesting. It's going to be about parental court cases. We're not going to show y'all the video because every time I share the screen with YouTube, it just like lags it out, so we can actually hear the cases. And then we just go give you our opinions on certain paternity court cases and custody battles and just see if we can find a better solution to help solve these types of issues that's going around in our generation and world right now. So
let's get it.
I'm just trying to say this stuff get a little deep. And I'm speaking from a man's perspective. I don't want you to feel like
I hold my ground too. I hold my ground too. That's fine.
I know. I just say don't beat me up though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think I speak for like a female community. You know what I mean? I think I kind of speak for myself. I'm gonna definitely say that. But I think there's some holes in the systems that I agree that it does get men caught up in. There's some that men catch themselves up in. So you know what I mean? It's a fishy fish world.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure because the last episode you was on, you was coming for me, and I was sweating. I don't know, we gotta play the clip, but you was coming for me. I was sweating. If you saw me in the mid episode, I was like this. I did that.
No, not at all. Not at all. You were just saying, go watch the other episode. People will see it, but you were just saying some things that I was just like, you know, we all have our own opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I was just counteracting. I was making sure my homie didn't sound crazy.
You were looking out. I appreciate it. That's what we do on the show. And before we get into it, is make sure you guys get Hayes Parker Reserve Apple.
Not sponsored, anyway.
Not sponsored, but hopefully
not sponsored.
Drink responsibly.
I'm drinking too, but we ain't talking about what we drink.
You know I gotta do it. But all right, let's get right into one of the first cases. I'll go actually let you choose which episode. Do you want to hear faulty blood test, man keeps paternity secret for years, or first date makes dual date, man claims ex was pregnant when they first met, or pin the baby on the daddy, man says woman pins the baby on baby mama, ex-baby mama? Okay.
I want to hear the date part because I feel like there's some details missing of that. So let's hear that one first.
All right, y'all. This is the first date makes dual date, man claims ex was pregnant when they got together. And also, I just want to shout out before we listen to this. This is on YouTube. It's called Paternity Court. Lauren Lakes, she is a great judge, and shout out to her YouTube channel. She's great. She got a lot of full episodes on there. So if y'all actually want to watch it, just go on Paternity Court in YouTube and you will see her channel. Shout out to Lauren Lakes. Keep it up. All right, let's go. Y'all might hit an advertisement. I ain't lit yet. I ain't rich yet. So, you know, I don't have the no ass feature. So let's get it. Hear a scene?
Yeah.
Please be seated. Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Jarquin versus Burns.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Ms. Jarquin, you opened your case because you want to prove to your ex-boyfriend, Mr. Burns, that he fathered your 4-month-old son, Myvan. You say Mr. Burns abandoned you while you were pregnant, refused to sign the birth certificate, and has left you to struggle financially. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Mr. Burns, you state Ms. Jarquin was already pregnant when you met her, and that is the reason she slept with you on the first day you met, because she wanted to trap you. So, Ms. Jarquin, you say Mr. Burns has done nothing for Myvan?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Explain.
I have attempted, after my son was born, to reach out to him to just buy simple things, diapers, water, milk, whatever my son may need at the time. He has yet to this day provide me any type of financial help at all with my son.
Your Honor, I haven't done much because I don't believe that Myvan's my son. You know, I don't believe it, first of all, but I'm still trying to do things like, you know, I invite them over to come and, you know, chill, watch movies, or, you know.
You don't invite me over. I tell you.
And why are you inviting him over if he's not your child to chill and watch movies?
I mean, she often, you know.
4-month-old baby don't want to watch a movie. 4-month-old baby.
It's not because, it's not so much of him. It's not so much of him.
You need to stop lying, bro. You know you haven't been there for my sister at all. I've been with her 24/7 doing your job.
You know, it don't matter.
You're doing it. You know that's your son.
It don't matter.
You just lying because you don't want to step up and be a man to it.
It don't matter about the money. That's my family
Mr.
over here that I take
Mr.
care
Diaz,
of. You know what I'm saying?
please
I take care of them by
stand
myself.
You said, Paul, see what's going on.
Who was that? Who was that guy? That was the brother?
That was the brother. So the brother's in court with his sister.
Okay.
And they're cute. Basically, you heard the story. The boyfriend there.
First of all, let me I guess just start with the fact that this man said he invited them over. Okay, first of all, denies the child, right? Denies that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he's denying it, excuse me, he's denying the fact that it belongs to him. Right. And he's also saying that she was pregnant beforehand. Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess
basically he's saying that they was dating, but they took a break period. And then when they got back together, literally the next week she was pregnant. And he just felt like it was kind of fishy because she was messing with somebody else. So he like, we just got back together and you end up pregnant that quick.
Oh, okay. So that's what brings it a full circle, right?
Right.
So depending on, first of all, it's a lot of different things, but depending on the break, right? Did we get a disclosure of how long this break was? Because therefore, what you're saying is it's a three phase. We were together, of course, obviously having intercourse, and then we took a break, and then we got back together, and now you're pregnant, right? So of course, because there was a break, I don't know what you're doing. I didn't get pregnant during our break. How you got pregnant? No, you're gonna suffer the consequences of us taking this break. Rather, was his reason for his cause of taking a break or hers?
Right.
But nonetheless, she comes up pregnant, right? So the denial of the child is saying that what, y'all didn't have sex, or y'all did have sex, you just don't wanna.
He's saying he
has
doubts.
Timeline?
He said he hasn't doubts because she was messing with somebody else. But look, we're gonna speed it up though, because I do want to listen to 2 cases. I want to just listen. We're gonna speed it up a little bit. I'm gonna let you listen to the explanation. And I'm gonna
okay, so I'll go back real quick.
All
what
right.
I was simply getting at is how he was saying that he's denying a child that is possibly his because of a break, but then invite them over. So it's like trying to play like you gonna creep in and do right for some coochie. That's really what it is.
So you feel like he did it for the coochie?
What the former baby want to do? He want to Netflix and chill? No, that's what she said. He said I wasn't doing it for the baby. I was doing it because of what? For yourself.
For the self, then. So you say he was being
for
selfish.
Yourself.
But listen though, it's more drama to it. But look, we're gonna go back into it. I'm gonna speed it. I'm gonna let you hear this part, but I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because I do want to listen to another episode too. But all right.
Yeah, I sure will.
Step to the podium. What is your testimony, sir? What are you saying?
I'm saying that I've been with my sister 24/7. I was there since she met him. And ever since ever since they got together and I found out that she was pregnant, she said it in front of him. So he been knew she was pregnant because he moved in with us. But yeah, I seen her taking care of him. She will buy things for him all the time.
And then I did,
and I would get mad at
tell
him,
her
don't
that
buy
I don't
nothing for him.
believe.
He needs to buy things for you. So he been knew she was pregnant. He just lying because he don't want to step up because he already got 2 kids with her. So, okay, so if you know what you was doing, all right, you need to step up to it, bro. You need to step up to the plate.
So hold on, I want
to. Good job. I make sacrifices that you should be making.
And first of all, you ain't
taking
got
care
nothing
of
to do
yours,
because
taking care of yours,
you
taking care of
seeing
yours.
from the sideline and what she's telling you. She ain't tell you.
From what he's
I've
seen,
seen
from
it's
what
what I've
he's
seen.
seen.
I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be here if I wasn't there, man.
Mr. Diaz, what have you done for Myvan thus far?
I've taken her to the hospital. I will help her pay the rent. I will help her pay the bills. I will get food for the house. And I will still take care of my son, okay? And the fact she didn't even have a car at the time. She did not have a car at the time, and I found the money, and I got her a car. And because of that, yes, I lost my truck, but it was a good sacrifice because at least she has something for my nephew. So I don't mind taking a taxi every day, as long as I know she's doing okay. So that's sacrifices that I wish he would do. But he doesn't want to do it. Well, you know what? I told him, don't worry about it. You got me. I'm happy to do it. I'm sorry?
It's not my son.
Dude, you don't want to step up to the plate. He looks just like you, man. He looks just like you. Everybody sees him like he looks just like Sean.
It's funny that he would sit here now today and saying that it's not his son. Why would he sit there and tell my family, oh yes, this is my son. I can see the resemblance. I mean, he's taking pictures in the bathroom with my son that he showed me afterwards. But that's not his son.
So you're saying the story changes?
Often, on and off, all the time. It's yes, I am, no, I'm not, yes, I am.
All right, so they're going back and forth, basically. So I'm about to speed it up to when the boyfriend is giving his testimony of why he feels like it's not his son. So you're already hearing that he's denying that's his son. He's playing father 1 second, he's not playing father the other second. He's going wishy-washy. And
I think he's going, I mean, it's in the convenience. Most men do this shit, but in the convenience of if I don't have to pay, I can play for, I can do, we could play Dolly House, but when it comes to the support, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga, you know what I'm saying? And that's what he did, like most people.
All right. Now, you remember though, he got 2 kids with another girl, with another baby mama. And
that's totally fine. But like the girl just said, Howard, okay, unless he just used all his funds to take care of those other 2 that he had, but she just disclosed, and the brother disclosed that he was living with her and she was helping to take care of him overall. So she was not only taking care of him, but probably his 2 kids too.
Right. All right. So let me speed it up to where he was actually giving his explanation. And let me see. All right. And then we could go to the conclusion. Ah, crap. We got to add, y'all.
Son, we're grabbing burgers for dinner if you're interested.
Not burgers.
I'm vegan.
Here we go, y'all.
Take a picture.
So I can see if he looks like me for myself because everybody else says that, okay, he looks like me. But to me, he doesn't.
But Mr. Burns, if you just look at that shot, you look like a father looking lovingly at his son.
Yes.
I love kids. You know what I'm saying? I have a son. I had a son that I lost. Me holding him right there, that brings something back to me. I lost my son, and he was that age. He was 3 months when he passed. So that is something right there. Yeah, something right there. But that's me just looking, trying to see if he's my son.
I want to hear from your witness, man. Please stand. Please state your name for the court.
Renadia Nobles.
Ms. Nobles, what relationship are you to Mr. Burns?
I am the mother of his children.
The mother of his children. You all have children together?
Yes.
And one on the way, I presume?
Yes.
What testimony do you have to add to this?
Apparently, she has doubts as well because when we talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we met in person, and she said, if it is his, I just want to take full custody. I want to put him on child support. I don't want him to have anything to do with the baby.
She said if
she said if, and then when you say if, that means you are unsure, correct?
We was both pregnant at the same time, pretty much. So that pretty much confirms how he was sleeping with both of us at the same time.
Right.
So let me just put that out there before I say this, okay?
He's not denying that.
No, I have produced some text messages where we were still texting each other, where he was pretty much acknowledging, oh, hey, my mom just said this. The queen has spoken. This is my boy. I know. And I even asked him, I said, hey, are you sure? Are you for real this time that you're really going to step up? Is my son finally going to have his father on his birth certificate? He was okay with it. He was okay with it. He even had pictures of him and the baby together that he was trying to see, I guess, if they look similar and whatnot. And he's like, oh, I can see this is, you know, he has my eyes, he has my nose. But you saying you cut me off.
So it hurts you. Hold on. Ms. Jarquin, you're stating that you have no father's name on your child's birth certificate.
I do not, Your Honor.
And that hurts you. I can see that bothers you.
It does.
I have 3 other kids by one man that I started at the age of 16. If I knew then how to be a mother, how can now me having my 4th gonna change that? I know what it's like doing this all on my own. And it hurts me because I know he's able to, because I helped him find the job that he has now in hopes that he would help me, and has yet to do anything. And it hurts because every time I look at my son, knowing he's needing things and I can't provide off of $13 that I stay with every week, it hurts me because he could do something.
How can you stand there right there and just watch her, man, with no kind of emotions, knowing that she's struggling with your son?
Because I know where it's coming from.
Try to give up what I give up. That's when you call yourself a father,
boy
bro.
That's not mine.
Let's get some order. Let's get some order.
Man. That's what it is.
So it is what.
So, Ms. Jarquin, you're testifying. You said you're surviving off of.
All right. So basically,
$13 an hour.
It's $13 an hour. She's in a situation where she's not making a lot of money because she has other kids herself and all her bills. So she's saying that
what you think, Corey?
I feel like my man's got caught up in a situation. He was playing, you know, he had 2 other kids with another young lady. It was one at a time because apparently both of them got pregnant at the same time. Felt like he was having fun in both worlds, you know, and then he just tried to dip out. I feel like she said the young lady saying that she's pregnant. I mean, that's his son. I feel like he felt that it was gonna be a threat to his relationship where he had gone. I feel like the lady that he's with is his main chick. He probably was cheating on her, you know, having fun, and then, you know, your side chick.
The one that already got 2 kids by him?
Yeah. So I feel like the side chick got pregnant and he felt like oh dang, I'm about to slip up. Let's go ruin my main thing I got going on here. I feel like he panicked. So
and I'm one deceased, but 3 deep, and then this other chick.
But I will be honest, though, but y'all, you didn't hear it in the beginning. They met online, and I'm not judging them. They met online and they had sex the first day with no protection. The first day meeting each other and like physically meeting, they had sex with like no protection. I feel like you got to meet me on the block on both sides. I feel like as a young lady, if you in a situation like that where you got to get your finances up or you got a lot of stuff going on that you don't have yourself, you need to put yourself in a better situation than that. I mean, like in a better situation, I mean, like at least use protection though. And I feel
that's on both responsibilities.
Yeah, I know.
The outcome of the child though, like both of them are responsible for it.
I'm just saying, like, if I know I'm in a situation where I physically can't take care of myself right now, and I feel like I'm not going to risk another situation, me bringing a child in, because I definitely can't take care of that. That's what I'm saying. So if I am doing stuff like that, I'm going to be using protection or going to be making sure, like, on birth control, at least making sure, like, we can prevent that as possible. I feel like people just be putting themselves in situations just because what feels good, then they feel the negative outcome of it. And now they're like, oh, it's your fault. Yeah, I didn't do that. No, but you knew the risk. Like, you knew, like, you didn't have your stuff together. And you know
both of them did though.
Yeah, no, I'm saying both of them knew the risk. I'm not saying she's at fault. So the person I would say that's at fault is the guy. Because number one, you cheating. Number two, you
got way more to risk.
Yeah, way more to risk.
You didn't want her to, slip up and mess things up with your main squeeze, the person that you already had 3 kids by.
Not my main squeeze.
My main squeeze.
How Kodak say it. But yeah, and you're not only that you're doing that, you're also cheating, but not using protection though. And that could be a health risk. because he got both women pregnant at the same time, and you already know your partner. Hold on, we got another ad coming. And you already know your partner, but at the same time, you could probably transmitting something to your partner, your main partner, just off of pleasure and stuff. And I just feel like that's kind of messed up.
I'm loving.
I think that old dude was looking for a lot of validation because he went from him feeling like it to everybody else, his homeboys, him maybe taking some pictures for some people, like, who baby that is? Oh, he look like you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, not just niggas, but like people do stuff like that for validation to know if this is something that they are worth to welcome into their lives, then okay, everybody accept it, everybody quote unquote, they see it. All right. But because that's what he said. He said, even guess what my mom said, it's kind of like playing a fence with a relationship and being like, everybody say we look so cute. No, I don't want a relationship. And it's because from the status part of people accepting your stuff, you're finding that, okay, if it is what it is, they're going to accept it. I mean, it's your situation. It's not like, you don't need your mama to take care of the child necessarily, but you're looking for validation. But when it comes to the responsibility, he got 2 kids already, probably can't necessarily fully afford that. If he can get that little possibility off his head, he wouldn't have to think about that. And so to find out that this is a possibility, don't entertain it, don't, it'll outside of the mind, whatever. But no, she's honing in on it because she know who the father is of the other kids, and she probably know who the father is of this one.
Yeah. Everything you said was on point. And I feel like
I just feel like he's looking for validation. A lot of people do that. Like they try to, they done messed up, so they try to see if someone gonna accept, that F up.
The F up, yeah. Now, here are the results of this guy. Then we could do the last episode.
Let's get it.
Here we go.
So the bottom line is, Ms. Jarquin, you're barely making it. And you open this case because you need help. And you believe Mr. Burns is your child's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you honestly don't know what you're gonna do. I mean, but for your brother's help.
I can't always depend on my family. I know they've got their own lives. You know what I'm saying? It's come the time where enough is enough. I don't care with what he can help me with, but at this point, I need whatever I can.
All right, Jerome, I'm ready for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Jarquin versus Burns.
And I hate when they do that.
When it comes to
Here we go.
4-month-old Myvin Diaz, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Burns, you are the father.
Go ahead and put in your budget. Go ahead and put in your budget.
I know now, and I'm treating him, I'm loving him, I'm gonna be there for him as long as she let me.
Myvin's 4 months. The blessing in all of this is that you just got down to the bottom of it early enough. From this point on, he really can grow up never knowing that this transpired and always knowing and understanding where you are as long as you step up the way you say.
Yeah.
But
all right. That boy.
Go ahead and add him to the budget with the other 2.
Add him to the budget?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
That's why I think it is. He's struggling. I mean, everybody's struggling when you have multiple kids and then you feel like, you want to powwow and stuff like that. So I think it was just mainly him struggling to feel like, kind of like if you got a piece of bread and you can only split it with the people in your household, and there's someone saying, hey, you got one more, what the heck this one came up from? I want results on this because I'm already, it's already penny pinching over here. And so I think that's really what it was. But I think he had some notion that it definitely could have been, but he was also looking for validation from his mom or whoever. And I can understand that because a lot of parents can be just harsh on being like, you know, a lot of parents get on here the same thing and be on the boy side. No, she just, you know, she a little hoe and da, 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 you know, all the different things. And so then the result come back that no, not only is that your child, but it's your grandchild. So what you gonna do, boo?
Cry. No, I know. No, all serious note though, I just feel like a lot of people be in these situations where, you know, you may be going through something with with your relationship, or you just playing with two women in general. And I feel like people be so cocky, like, oh, this ain't gonna happen to me, or I could, like, again, in context, I could pull out, I don't need no, I got it like that. And then they be finding themselves in situations where they get mad because they be like, hey, we agreed that we're just effing around, we didn't agree that we'll have a child. And then they get mad when the girl be like, oh, I want to keep the child. And you be like, we didn't agree to that. We said, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like people be finding situations like that. And I feel like the best way to not be in those situations is to always not put yourself in those situations. Plain and simple. If you're gonna cheat, leave your relationship. And if you're gonna have fun with somebody, no one's saying you can't have fun, but use protection. Yeah. Protection is going to not cause babies to be born. If you ain't trying to have a baby right now, don't risk it, bro. It's
definitely some burns that we can keep ourselves from feeling when we, you know, playing with fire type of thing. But when you're playing with fire, it's just kind of like it is what it is type of thing. Then you're gonna need 30 seconds to try to get her in before we go into the next one.
Yeah, we trying to get UHB Brittany in. Hold on. Oh man, she forgot the link. Hold on.
You're good.
Right on the live episode. On the live, we gotta get Britt, y'all. I know everybody ready to see Be Limitless. You fired. What type of single is that? I sent it in. So yeah, so all right. So RAC until Britt get in. This next episode is called Paternity Denial. Left mother and child homeless. They about to get deep.
Yo, what?
I'll repeat it for you.
Like paternity denial. Listen, mother and child.
Homeless. Yes. you gotta put that little dramatic flavor into it. You know what I'm saying? But
ain't no problem.
But let me see.
I thought we were looking on a different parental videos. What was those about?
Well, no, those was this.
Oh, okay.
I'm basically just saying, like, in these situations, if you feel like should you get, like, for this, I feel like in situations that we on live, when we talked about this earlier, if a woman knows that you're not the father of your child, but makes you believe and lie to you that you're the father of a child, you signed a birth certificate, you agree, and then later on you get a DNA test because the child doesn't look like you, and you find out that you're not the father, and they knew about it, they just didn't know how to contact the other guy. They wanted you. Do you feel like the mother should be penalized for that?
To what degree? What was the penalty?
What type of penalty you feel like they deserve? Like, you remember is,
well, I'm not the one that's saying that they deserve to be penalized in the first place. So if you want to penalize somebody, what you trying to penalize with?
No, I'm saying it because you got somebody that's basically literally signed a birth certificate believing that they're the father of the child. And then them signing the birth certificate, what happened to your face? Oh,
it told me that was on 10%. Hold on.
I was in the middle of talking. All we see is this. I was like, whoa! I'm like, that was scary as hell. Where Britt at though? Is Britt Be Limitless in the cut?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this.
Oh, we got B Limitless in the cut. You know the vibes. Your co-host, B Limitless. Say what up.
What? Yo.
All right, B,
Nice
we
to
about
meet you, Britt.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, snap! Y'all, you wasn't even into that. Oh yeah, Britt. This is my close friend in Jacksonville, Sierra, and Sierra. This is my
I ain't in
friend.
Jacksonville no more.
Get it together.
But
Nice
in
to meet you.
Atlanta, and Sierra. This is my good friend Brittany and Callie.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, B, we got to catch you up because you in the show. So basically, we listened to an episode of Paternity Court. We listened to an episode about a father that was rejecting taking care of his son because he didn't believe that it was his son, and he would just found out that DNA test just said that he is the father. So now we're about to actually play the last episode for this episode. It's called Paternity Denial Left Mother and Child Homeless.
It's gotta stop.
And then Brittany, all right, Brittany, before we get into this episode, we had a good question. We said if a mother falsely basically a mother lies to a man, right? A woman lies to a man, basically saying that he's the father of the child, convinces the guy that he's the father. He signs the birth certificate. Then later on, he finds out he's not the father, and she knew about it. She just wanted him to be in her life. Do you believe that women that does do these types of commit these types of action deserve to get punished, get a penalty?
What kind of punishment?
That's what I asked.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever do I just say? It's kind of hard to say though, because I think about it, because if I sign a birth certificate, it's not guaranteed that after me finding out that this is not my child, that I will still remain on that birth certificate paying child support for 18 years for a child that's not mine because I was lied to. So
Right.
I'm saying,
Go ahead.
no, I was saying because women actually get still benefits from that. Like I'm still obligated to help you out, even you lied to me.
I mean, it's a breach. I signed my friend's birth certificate. Am I paying child support? No. I mean, you can simply just say, hey, there's a paternal that happened. You know what I'm saying? I know it's real father, and that gets corrected in the system. But you're trying to, of course, because of the deception and the deceit, and, he's been so involved. What penalty are you wanting to hit us with, Corey? That's what I want to know. What we about to deal with?
I feel like it should be reversed.
What's reverse? What's the first?
I feel like if I
reverse or reverse.
Reverse. Like no, like I think like instead of me paying child support, you have to pay me child support.
Hell no, not gonna happen.
No, but you're not taking care of the child. You know the child.
I
can see a reimbursement. Yeah, like paying a fee. Right. And anything that the person that quote unquote put in, that can just like if you lose property, like renter's insurance, right? Just like you lose property, they give you your retail value for your items in a sense. So in a time of, time spent and even money or whatever, I can get something like that. So women can go ahead and do that. And 9 times out of 10, a nigga's gonna tell you, oh, I don't think that's mine within 4 months. So we only gotta pay about back pay of 4 months.
No, but see, if you go do all that,
we can't hear you, Britt.
Breach. If they didn't feel like that was their child or they were iffy about it, then paternity test. If she lied and she knew, I think that's more a violation and a breach of the truthfulness in the relationship. Mm-hmm. There's that, but I don't think that's something that should be punished by law. If he's been
but remember though, y'all about to see in these types of cases, because a lot of people do lie and they lie about it, right? Which is messed up, it's dirty. But in some states, if you convince somebody that you're the father of the child and they sign that birth certificate, they're literally obligated to take care of that child till they're 18. They have to. So like you would see in these courts where the judge would tell them that they're like, yeah, even though today, if you find out that this is not your child, it's not guaranteed that we could remove you off the birth certificate. You're required to still take care of the child. So that means that I'm required to still provide for the child because I signed the birth certificate. So I have to pay more money for someone that's not my child, that someone lied to me about, and I still have to provide for it.
What state is this?
No, you go listen. No, you go listen to it. Like, I'm not the
Well, okay, I'm not okay. So I'm not saying that doesn't happen. What I'm saying, there's correction for that. It has to be.
Yeah, no, it does. No. She said it's possible to get removed off, and that's fine. But in some areas, it's not guaranteed just due off the timing. So, like, let's say I raised the child. Me and my girlfriend had a child, and around 5 years old, I just like, he ain't looking like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't looking like me. I got a DNA test. Since he's 5, they can say like it's too late to back out of the be removed off the birth certificate. You have to still take care of the child. So it's a time frame for when you're technically could be removed off if you find out that's not your biological child.
So
some people be in
situations they need to be administered as soon as the baby is born, whether or not they think that they're the parents or not, to avoid all of that.
Now it's another episode. We go wait for that another day. But one of the episodes, the guy literally, after the woman gave birth, the doctor looked at the baby and looked at him and said, "This yours?" And he said, "Huh?" He said immediately, "This yours?" But he signed a birth certificate, and now he has to go to court again to prove, like, to get removed off, because the problem is the young lady was homeless, so she can't take care of the child. So since he financially can, it's going to be hard for the court to remove him off the birth certificate. That's another thing too, because like you can date somebody, and if she ain't got, like we just saw the last episode, the young lady said she only had $13 to her name after each check. She can't financially support for her child. And if I make about $20-something an hour and I got a whole house to myself and I could afford it, and I'm trying to go to the court like, hey, she lied to me, I need to be removed off the birth certificate, the court is going to judge what's best for the child. They're going to say, no, you can't, because she can't take care of the child. You can, and you signed that birth certificate. So like so that could also play a part too, because they look at what's the best for the child at the end of the day, who could financially provide for the child.
I think that at least the child is being taken care of. I mean, as adults, like, we're responsible for all of our decisions and choices that we make. So if you decided not to get a paternity test, sir, depending on the state that you're in, if you find out the truth later, that's just what it is. Like, you got to take that to the chin. And really, at that point, 5 years is a long time to like know a kid. So to just like want to financially back out now is like really, what's the word I want to look for? It's just, I don't know. To me, that's just
selfish.
It's not cool. Like, this little baby not asked to come into the world. Now you have formed a bond with this little baby. You're not.
But see, like, that's kind of like, I feel like that's trauma though. Like, cause you said, I formed a bond with someone that's technically not mine. So now the kid go get older and wants to know, like, who's my father is or who's my mother is. Like at the end of the day, yeah, I was there, but that's not mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, and I feel like that's kind of hurt though. Yes, I see you in the back. Yes.
I'm actually not a product of that necessarily, but like, I was adopted within the family. I think the best thing to do in that case is just like tell the child the truth, like from the jump. As soon as you figure out the truth, you let them know, listen, I'm not technically like your father, but I care about you. I love you, and I'll be here for you. And when you're ready to find your new father or find your father, I'll be here for you. Like, I don't know. I kind of expect, like, even if they don't, even if that's not their baby, to like kind of like man up and just be like, okay, well, it's you and me, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
But most of these situations, they're not. Yeah, most of these.
I don't find a harm in stepping up at all. But I think like more so like just rhetorical towards your question on, do we think that a woman should be penalized? If we're talking about the state of Florida, the state of Georgia, maybe, right? Perhaps just being reimbursed for the funds or something like that. I know people can basically be compensated for just simply a person's time, but that's really about it. That's
just get reimbursed.
why would I go to jail? Somebody still got to take.
I didn't say go to jail. I didn't say go to jail. I just said like something you gotta be penalized.
But okay, so my question is this: you still not answering the question. What do you think should happen? You're a male, so of course y'all feeling it differently.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking of like, if I love you, like we in a relationship and I love you with all my heart, you get pregnant, I'm excited. And then I found out you cheated on me and that's not my child. Like, it ain't like y'all said, like, oh, he gotta be a man and step up. It's like she can literally, because I was in a situation where I dated somebody that had a child. And then like after we fell apart and I left, after she did some dirt, she didn't care about the 2 years I spent with the child. She literally said, this is not your child and I don't care. Like, don't contact us again. And she could just remove, because like you have there's no ties to us no more. So it's like people could be in a situation where, you know, they are raising the child for 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years. And then when they find out that's not their child, the mother can have the right and be like, okay, I don't want to be with you no more. Don't even talk to her. Don't even talk to him. Like, that's not your child anymore. That's not your child. Like, and they could be petty like that and be like, you have no contact with that or my kid anymore. And you can't argue with that. You can't be like, oh, no, I've been here for 5 years. You but it's not your child now.
Okay,
like,
I mean,
you know
can fight that
like,
effect, you're not on the birth certificate and different things. Like I can get, you know, just simply you disrupting a bond.
Yeah,
that
like,
perhaps that was, you know, but it's definitely in the benefit of the relationship. Now, the other thing I'm twisting on his head, because if we penalizing people because the relationship went sour and you mad that she cheated, and so now you want your money back, and now we got to go to court. What about the stuff that, you know, like in a relationship, just regular without kids? People bring things to the relationship. Give me my Xbox back. Give me my
Xbox.
Like,
I need all that back. I need the rings back. I need all. I'm just like, nah, not even that. I'm just saying what I mean by penalized.
Guys do that, and sometimes when us females have to just chuck it to the game, so do y'all.
But I'm just saying this is kind of different though. It's like, because it's like y'all telling me that you got to man up, you know, and you just gotta take care of that child, whatever.
It would be easy though, but that would be for the child.
But what I'm saying, what's the difference of a man getting another girl pregnant and having a child, and then
what?
I'm confused. Finish. What you saying?
I said, what's the difference between me being false, so a woman lying to me, saying that's my biological child and I taking care of it, and it was a lie. She knew about it, and then I find out that it was you know, it wasn't my child, but I still got to be a man up and take care of that child, and she expect me to still provide and be there for them. What's the difference of that situation being in a situation of me dating somebody and getting another woman pregnant, and she leaves because of that, and I need her?
Nigga, what?
Why would you need her?
Because what like the young man in the situation, the side thing, he wasn't trying. He like, this my girl right here. We got kids together. Like, it was a fling.
You talking about a child needing support to a broken ass man want to be trifling.
Not going.
See, that was look. I was just joking, look, because I'm like, usually guys can't win in this situation. That's why I said, like, we can't win in this situation. That's why, like, because I can't even give you an alternative. Like, we can't get pregnant. I can't say stay with the baby. Like, yeah, I can't. We can't win. That's what I said, like, because y'all. No,
it's not about necessarily winning or losing. I find, okay, final. I find there's nothing wrong with the continuation of supporting a child. But if you're trying to get petty with the person that you quote unquote done broke up with, it's kind of like saying, I need all of mine's back. Because I'm aware, some people are aware that that's not their child and they still do the father role. And some people, yes, there is deception. But to go and try to either get penalized, we got to go to court and stuff like that, that's taken from the child that you supposed to care about too. Yeah. So I find nothing wrong if you've been there X amount of years and all these different things, unless it's, again, you talk about some months, maybe 4 to 5 months. Yeah, I'll give you a little shit back. Go ahead, take your money.
But okay, fine. You get reimbursed for the money that you put towards child support if you were lied to. That's fine. obviously in a payment plan, because the woman still has to make sure that the child is taken care of. It can't be no lump sums coming off the account to make you feel better because you didn't take a paternity test. Right. But I think that that's fair, because that's like fraud, basically. Like if you still forced him, or you make the government force him to pay child support, you knew that wasn't your, you know what I'm saying, the dad, then yeah, I'll give you that. But as far as a man stepping out and getting the girl pregnant and blase, 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 as far as I'm concerned, that is your new family, and y'all can take care
to the wind.
B was like this. You're fired. Like just get away. But all right, y'all, come we are.
Need to leave.
You need to leave. Hold on. Oh, you hear the crowd like, and the guy like this. But what? What else? But you know what you said. But all right, I know we're short on time, so let me just play a little bit of this episode. Once again, paternity denial left mother and child homeless. So hear this.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Curtis versus Buckley.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Ms. Curtis, you say this court date is extremely important to you. You're here to prove to your ex-fiance, Mr. Buckley, that he fathered your 22-month-old son, Xavier, because his denial has left you homeless and in need of help.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Buckley, you say Ms. Curtis is a cheater, and today the test will prove you are not the father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Curtis, you say today's results mean everything. Explain.
Well, Your Honor, I grew up with a father. I know how important it is to have a father in your life. And Mr. Buckley says it's very important for our child to grow up with a father. And so, with him being in and out of our lives and kicking us out of his...
Take your time. I know it's difficult.
With him being in and out of our life and kicking us, not only me, but his son out of his apartment, we landed in a homeless shelter.
I did not.
And I was not
true,
known
Your Honor.
as Champ Press Curtis. I was known as Resident 1625, sleeping in a twin-size bed with my son.
That's not true, Your Honor. I did not kick her out.
Sharing everything with other residents in the homeless shelter.
You say he kicked you out, Miss Curtis?
He went to his landlord, and his landlord sent me an eviction notice. I had just had surgery.
Is that true, Mr. Buckley?
Yes, that is true, Your Honor, but I allowed her to live in my apartment at that time. I was being nice to her. She got mad at me because I was with someone else. I didn't want a relationship with her. She told me she was gonna make my life a living hell while living in my apartment. And that's why I called my landlord. I was being nice to Mrs. Curtis.
At this point, did you believe her son, Xavier, was your biological child?
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
Miss Curtis, in your mind, while you're living with Mr. Buckley, did you think he had accepted that Xavier was his biological child?
Yes. He said he had a little doubt in his mind, but that when he looked at Xavier, that was his son. That was his child, that he loved our child. He gave him his last name.
Your Honor, I don't think I can have kids for multiple reasons.
It only takes one fast one. One.
So you don't believe you can have children?
No, Your Honor.
Why?
Your Honor, I was in a relationship before, and we tried to conceive a child. We went to fertility specialists, and we were on medicine and kept up with ovulation dates and the whole nine, and it didn't happen. As soon as we separated, she ended up having 2 other children, and that happened in not only that relationship, but with the following relationship that I was in.
So you've never believed you could have children?
No, Your Honor.
So what happens when Miss Curtis tells you, I'm pregnant?
Told her congratulations. Whose is it?
No, you didn't.
That's pretty much what I said.
No, you said you told every other girl you were in a relationship with.
I didn't hear that.
Congratulations, who's the father? But I was different. That you were willing to step up and be his father, which you haven't done.
I haven't done that because of you.
Because of me?
Yes.
It's just a drive away. You got a car. You can drive.
You were living in my apartment. I allowed you to live in my apartment. You
And
left
still didn't
because I
come to
didn't want
see
to be
him.
with you.
No, I didn't leave because I didn't want to be with you.
Yes. Every
No.
time I came over there, it was pure heck.
We lived together.
I allowed you to. You had your own apartment.
Yes. But every time I went home, you asked us to come back over.
Yes.
Because you wanted to spend time with your son, and I wasn't standing between that.
But you are now.
No, I'm not standing between that, but I'm not going to let you mess with my head. You can leave me out of the equation and see your son. That's your child. Don't play with me.
Your Honor, I have
Play with
multiple.
All right, so I'm gonna pause this for a little minute and fast forward, kind of on the time. So you hear the situation. He says that she's saying that it's his child. He's being there acting like a father and being wishy-washy. The same thing that happened the last time, playing father roles, and then 1 minute, oh, I'm not the father, going somewhere, da da da. He believed that he biologically can't have children. So because he said he tried it with multiple people and never succeeded, and then when they left him, they succeeded to have children with other people. So
check his, bro.
Check his
Yeah.
what?
Check his balls, bro. Make sure everything worked.
He said he went to a fraternity specialist. He said they tried everything. He took medicine. It didn't work.
He said that he went.
That's for her. For
No,
her.
He said for him.
But you go to a
fraternity. They. For
Okay.
her.
Or for her. Or so he says. So he's saying he need to check his balls.
Yeah.
I wish that we would just, I mean, I know it's taboo, but when it comes to the education on sex, I feel like we'd be missing the mark with a lot of different things. Like, did you know it's very conducive when having children to actually see if you're sexually compatible? Like, do y'all genes match? So y'all either don't have kids with special genes or can't have, like, sometimes it'd be nothing wrong necessarily with each other. It's just that y'all together cannot make children. And so just because that happened with 2 other women that you chose, that's fine. Doesn't mean that you won't get a child eventually. But I mean, I guess women do the same thing. We feel like, oh, well, when I was 16, when I did this, that didn't happen then, so I probably can't have kids. And then boom, 6 of them coming out the coochie.
6 of them coming out the coochie.
A lot of that go into it. A lot of facts. Little things.
Gotcha.
You could have something as simple as chlamydia and not be able to conceive a child.
That's crazy.
Yep.
But all right, let's fast forward this on. Let me see.
But I would like to say,
Uh-huh.
just to all parents out there, you guys, like I understand things get hectic. I get it. People mess up in relationships, but when it comes to your kids, like, you guys got to keep that shit out of it. Like, it has nothing to do with the beautiful soul that you brought into this world. Work your stuff out separately. Just because you're trying to punish the person that cheated on you or did whatever doesn't mean you need to punish your children too. I think that's childish and it's evil, really.
Yeah, that's like.
I think both people play defense on to your point, Brett. That you got some women that hold it against them, or when the dad does come around, that they be acting a little malicious the entire time, which makes that visitation a bit difficult and less wanting to. But if you are on the fence where you now are not feeling safe, or you feel threatened, or you feel whatever the case may be, animosity or drama, it is for you to step up as a parent that needs to support. Because either we gonna get your money or we gonna get your visitation, or both. Which one? So I think it's for you to step up as a father. It don't have to, everything got to be comfortable. Where you go to the court and figure out visitation rights. So that way it's less hectic for you to actually be an active father. And that's where I feel like a lot of men dip out. I know for me, got the story about, well, I didn't come around because your mama was difficult. Okay, she is, you're right. But, what about the child? Having that relationship and stuff like that. So that's why you get a generation of just, oh, my daddy, Papa was a Rolling Stone and all this other stuff. Because if they're not comfortable doing something they already don't want to do, I don't want to do this shit. So, and she give me hell anyway. So, you ain't gonna keep going back to the McDonald's that want to serve ice cream every time you're looking for ice cream. So we ain't serving ice cream over here.
No Oreo Blizzard.
No Oreo. All
right, so let's save the energy. We're about to finish this up. So let's see. Hold on.
It was a moment that I fell in love with Mr. Buckley. He'd been standing there since he came into the nursery until I got rode to my room about 2:30. That's a couple hours him standing there just looking at our beautiful son. Something that we made together, something that I never thought was possible.
Something that I don't think is possible, Your Honor.
But in this photo, it doesn't look like, I see tears in your eyes, Mr. Buckley. What do you feel when you look at that picture?
It's impossible to describe. There's no way to put it into words. I just don't, like I said, I don't think I can have kids. I've been there, I tried, and...
When you look at that picture, it doesn't look like you don't believe. It doesn't look like you aren't there. It looks like you're in the moment and you're looking at your new baby. What were you feeling in the moment?
My heart and my mind are at a constant battle. My heart wants him to be, but my mind knows better. What you see right there is my heart.
If your mind knew better, why did you sign the birth certificate?
Because of my heart's.
Why did you sign the acknowledgement of paternity? You want to talk about you have doubts that you couldn't have kids? I went through chemo and radiation. They told me all my eggs were fried, that I would never be a mother. But I'm a mother to a beautiful little boy.
Your Honor, Miss Curtis and I were not monogamous at the time.
You weren't. You can't say what I wasn't.
She is extremely promiscuous. My witness here can tell you a little bit about that later, but...
So you're saying, sir, in addition to your doubt as it relates to your own medical challenges and not believing and being told you would not be able to father children, you also believe that Miss Curtis was very promiscuous at the time?
Correct, Your Honor.
I'd like to hear from your witness. Please stand, ma'am.
Hello.
You gotta add, y'all. Come on, you know I ain't got the YouTube Premium.
Hey, do you know if your phone has a compass?
There you go.
paying for it. Yeah, I was trying to make the girls like
I'd like to hear from your witness. Please stand, ma'am.
Britt said, I ain't paying for it either.
Hello. Say your name for the court.
Anika Bunch.
Ms. Bunch, you are Mr. Buckley's
friend.
All right. And what information do you have concerning Xavier's paternity?
Your Honor, I have a lot of information. I actually brought a sketch with me.
I would like to see it. The exhibit here, please step to it.
A sketch?
This right here, Your Honor, this is my house, my back door. And this is Mrs. Curtis' front door. And as you can see, I can see everything. We were friends. We've been friends. I told her, I see you. When we found out she was pregnant, she had a boyfriend. He passed away. They were together. And mind you, there were other men.
So what you're saying is from your back door.
That's not true, Your Honor. I lived at the top of a hill. She lived at the bottom.
This is my house, and this is hers.
And I lived on this end.
Her back door
this end.
is right here.
There's a straight line of sight from her back door to her front door.
She knows, and she done came and confided in me and told me about the other guys.
What exactly could you see from your door to hers?
I could see men coming out of this door. And her
How?
running
When
up
I don't
there,
even use that door.
And her running up to the Africans up at the other apartments up top.
The Africans I was teaching English to because he came from Africa and didn't speak English.
That is a lie.
He didn't speak English.
He spoke English to me.
Thank you so much for your testimony, ma'am. So, Ms. Curtis, you are denying Ms. Bunch's accusations. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor. There was other men coming in and out of my house, but I wasn't sleeping with those other men.
And there was no old boyfriend that was still lingering around?
We had stopped messing around before I even met Mr. Buckley. And he passed away.
That's not true, Your Honor. I was told stories about her being with him while we were together. She would go back to her apartment and mess around. But at the time Xavier was conceived, we were not in a relationship.
Were you in a relationship at the time Xavier was conceived, Miss Curtis?
No, Your Honor.
You were?
I was not. Me and Mr. Buckley were just hanging out and kicking it and having sex.
Casual sex.
So you're on the birth certificate, Mr. Buckley.
And I have proof of that, too.
I'd like to see that. Are you currently paying child support?
I'm on
No, he
child
quit his
support.
job so he wouldn't have to.
I'm working right now. I'm missing out on
Just
work right
started.
now. I just started back.
All right, so here on the birth certificate, father's name, Xavier Buckley.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's you.
Correct.
You signed it voluntarily.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
And is there a child support order?
Yes, Your Honor.
There is.
Yes.
How much per week are you obligated to pay?
I'm not exactly sure.
He was supposed to pay $216 a month, and then when he quit his job, they dropped it down to $80 a month. I do everything on my own.
Are you current on your child support, sir?
No, he's $3,000 behind.
Your Honor, I just got my first child support statement in the mail, so it's not like I've been neglecting it. And like I said, she was living in my apartment.
No, because you got child support papers when I was living there.
You checked the mail. I wasn't there.
You were there because you asked me to call and have you taken off child support because you were willing to be with me.
No, because
Because
you were
we were
living in
living
my
together.
apartments. I wasn't living there.
Exactly. So why would I take you off child support and
Because
you
you
ain't
were
doing
living
nothing?
in my apartments.
And you still not providing for your child.
Mr. Buckley, if you said you had doubts, you say it's your heart that drove you to sign the birth certificate, even though your mind had doubts. Did you understand that because you signed that birth certificate, you would be legally obligated to provide support for this child?
Yes, Your Honor. My family made me well aware of that, and my entire family begged me not to sign it. Like I said, I did it out of my heart.
Because even today, if the results prove that you are not Xavier's biological father, you are still deemed to be his legal father. There is no guarantee that the court in your home state will remove you from that birth certificate or relieve you of that legal obligation. Do you understand?
I do now, Your Honor.
That's an obligation that extends minimally 18 years.
I could care less if my son grew up with this man in his life. I've been doing this by myself for almost 2 years.
That's why I allowed her to move into my apartment against my landlord's wishes.
And then made it so unbearably uncomfortable.
I was never there.
You come in on nights after being out kicking it, want to sleep in the bed with us.
I would sleep on the couch. You would get mad at me because I would try and sleep on the couch.
No, you would come and crawl in bed.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
It is obvious you all have so many unresolved
Here comes the results, y'all.
Xavier, we want him to know who his body. Do you want to watch Paternity?
Wait.
Then they read as follows.
Here we go, y'all.
In the case of Curtis versus Buckley, when it comes to 22-month-old Xavier Buckley, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Buckley, you are not his father.
Oh. Oh.
I'm very sorry.
Listen, y'all, just listen.
Miss Curtis.
I wasn't with anybody else.
Obviously, you were with someone else.
Jesus, Lord.
Xavier was born 40 weeks after conception. December 24th to September 24th is 40 weeks.
I need you to stop this right now, babe. He's not the father. I don't know what you're wrestling with, sweetheart, but you are a ball of nerves, anger. You just wound up.
Your Honor, I'm still willing to be in Xavier's life. The way he looks at me, the way he runs up to me. Now all the drama and extracurricular stuff can be cut short. I'm still willing to be in his life.
And that's it.
The theatrics of this man.
But I'll just say, you see how she said that even when you sign a birth certificate, it's not guaranteed you'll be let out because you're his legal father. You have to provide support for up to 18 years.
I'm sorry. If I hear 18 years obligation.
That's why I was trying to tell y'all, like,
what are you talking about? I'm gonna be like, wait, before I sign this paper, I gotta be short, because if you get crazy,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people be in a situation like he's a respectable man, you know what I'm saying? Like he can't have kids. He loved his child, You know what I'm saying? So regardless, he gonna be there. But you have people in these
I don't think that
situations.
still solidifies that he can't have kids. I wish he'd get off that high horse with that and actually go get
He
tested and
can't
figure
get
out.
his balls broke.
To actually figure out that's fully the case, because the next one that pop up, this ain't mine. We can't keep going through these.
But I'm just saying though, like that's why I'm saying like it should be some type of punishment. That I like because
She's already punished. She homeless. What are you talking about? She punished.
but I'm saying that now I'm in a situation where the judge said I'm legally obligated. Weapon I want to be done. Weapon I like I just wasted. No, like I don't care. Weapon I was that type of person. Like it's bigger than the child. Like no.
But didn't she just ask the man, you willingly signed that? And he said yes.
Let me tell you something.
Because of his heart.
Let me tell you something.
Heart.
Okay, well your heart gonna pay the bills too.
B, what you about to say?
Let me tell you something about contracts. You gotta read the fine print, honey. Just because you a month, a year into a control relationship doesn't mean you get to be.
People sign their life away on record deals and work. It's every day. We sign it tomorrow. I'm gonna sign a contract too. You never know.
Right. That was a breach of contract.
Constantly signing.
Breached. Penalty.
Well,
I mean, I guess I'm kind of questioning why they put certain things like that in place, that if you are on the birth certificate, you're legally bound. And I think it's just simply in protection of the child. Child's in the quote unquote needs two parents to support them, regardless of who it may not be. It needs two parents, or whatever. And it's very hard, perhaps in that city or state. It's just shown statistically that women are struggling doing it by themselves. So they're like, we just gonna put this forth. And a lot of women, you know, they're gonna have babies and ain't nobody that signed a birth certificate. So they still are a single parent at that. So I think that's just probably protocol to try to keep that kind of stuff to be encouraged or keep it down. That men just, same thing, like if you had sex and wind up getting pregnant and the woman can decide whether she want to keep the baby or not. And you know, different things like that. Some people just, whatever the issue is in that state, perhaps that's probably why they laid that in place. But I feel like in Florida, they probably have some corrective action towards that you can probably get off it, you know, legally unshows that you're not biologically related to that child and different things like that. But he probably won't need a good lawyer. He just started his job. You know what I'm saying?
You need them power book lawyers that be on power. They get you out of anything. They got Tariq out of murder. But all right, y'all. Go ahead, Britt.
Back off of what she said. It's probably, I'm glad that it's there because it protects the child at the end of the day. Maybe if it wasn't so much, okay, you're signing your life away for 18 years, not being sure if that's your child. Maybe if there was more of like a stimulus fund for mothers who report like they don't have the fathers of their child like in their lives or something like that, or a fund that you could pull from versus tying somebody legally to a child. That might be something that they look into. But yeah, guys, get the paternity test, women be truthful.
So I was so we concluding to get paternity tests. Don't matter how faithful you believe the relationship is. Every time a child's born, get a paternity test immediately.
No. I'm trying to be out here trying these faithful ass women. What you need to do is get a paternity test if you have doubts. You get a paternity test if you.
But see, that could cause your relationship problems because like you said, we faithful. You could be like, what you have a doubt for? You be like.
If that particular person has doubts, yeah, sure.
Wait. Can you get a DNA test without the person knowing?
Yes.
Okay, to do that then. Gentlemen, get the paternity test. Don't tell them.
That's another podcast, is try to figure out how not to get beat the fuck up or
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Figure out how not to do that. Without the person waking up, we'll have to get a toenail or something.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, yeah, we gonna do it like that. But all right, who we got to put on the meeting on the block, or we got to close. So out of both situations, who got to meet us on the block? Who folded?
Who folded? What you mean?
What are our options?
Who?
I mean, like you didn't see the first episode, so Sierra, who folded on the first episode? Basically, who Who
dropped
failed? Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely the dude that already had 2 kids and stuff like that was denying both of them denying the child. So it's kind of hard to like say. But the other one was just basically saying that it was not his kid, even though he had been there. They took a break, and then she came up pregnant after that break. So that led to deception for him. So, but he wanted to be the father, so he dropped the ball. He was an idiot.
All right, he's an idiot. And then who you choosing for the second one, the last episode? I think
I would say her, and then because I didn't even touch on it, I'm gonna be honest, because you had this man that, of course, you don't know until you know, right? But you literally had this man out of his apartment, which is uncomfortable. I don't know who's paying the rent, but it's his apartment, right?
He was. She couldn't pay it. He said he
So you
moved
have
out the
this
apartment.
man
Yeah.
that you're in his apartment, that they quote unquote got the sketchulator, the artist, showing that you got men coming in and out the front.
No. Let me clarify. She lived in that's her apartment. She had her own apartment, and she was having multiple men coming at her place. When she had the child,
he was in his apartment. Okay, so I'm mainly speaking towards that. Speaking towards that. So whenever you had this child, you was at his place, and I'm pretty sure that she was making it difficult or weird for him to even come home to his own place, because it's kind of like, play house with me. And this man is, he ain't rocking with the situation, X, Y, and Z, but he is, in a sense, he's keeping out from being homeless. The other thing is to be in this man's house and wanting him to pretend to be committed to you.
Yeah, that's what
and to me, that just leads, if you're not there to get support for the child, if that's truly where your fight is at, because that's the thing that gets me with these things. They toy between wanting support and then wanting that person, but I don't need him. All I want is just this. You know what I mean? And he was already on child support. So if you're just wanting support, leaving him and being in section 8, 5, 6, or 12, whatever you need to do is fine, because all you're needing to get is support. But when you're having this man come home and making him feel obligated to be in a relationship with you and different things like that, I can get why other things transpired.
Yeah, because he said I felt like she wanted to be chased. Like we was homeless. Like that was your decision. I gave you a place. He said, I wasn't going to live there. I wasn't going to make it uncomfortable because I didn't want a relationship with you, but I gave you a place to live. I gave you shelter. And then every time I come in to check on you guys, you mad because I'm not staying the night. Or if I do stay the night, I sleep on the couch because I don't want to be with you. So you're like, oh, if you're going to be fake, we out. He they ain't doing nothing to me. You're trying to leave.
Well, no, she didn't say that. He said he went to his
he went to his landlord because she said she was gonna make his life a living hell.
Yeah. So in a sense, that's the thing that I kind of just don't like, is that if we're truly looking out for the child, now the child is definitely being looked out because he don't sign the birth certificate. But essentially, don't play the fence on you want, you know what I mean? You want to be with this person, then you don't want to be with this person, and then my bad, y'all. And then all of a sudden, all you want is child support.
Gotcha.
Don't play the fence.
Don't play the fence. Britt, who you got? What's your explanation on that situation?
Yeah, I think she folded. The woman definitely folded, because if it was solely about a roof over the child's head, it sounded like she could have got that had she just stayed in her lane. But it seemed like she was trying to play house. And, this guy seems like he's pretty transparent about not being monogamous and not wanting to be in a relationship. At that point, just kind of had to cut her losses. She could have still been in the apartment had she not made that part of the situation difficult, had she not tried to force it another way, and I'm sure in ways
it probably could have. I felt like it probably could have happened. I felt like he probably, if she had stayed his lane, he probably realized, we could actually make this work. But if you force in a situation,
and we'll let you know she was butthurt about it. It's a detail in her saying that after he finished going and laying and playing, he'll come home and sneakily.
She after his sneakily.
Ain't no laying and playing.
I'm
That's his lifestyle.
I'm lit. I'm lit. I can't have no kids. Like,
She-
but I didn't mean to laugh, but
That's the baby, and that's messed up. I would never.
yeah, that's why I said that is messed up. I mean, I didn't mean to laugh early in the episode, but when he said that, she said, I'm pregnant. He said, congratulations. Who is it? I was like, bro. I was like, that's crazy. But all right, y'all. Love the fam here. We lit. Like, comment, subscribe. Be limitless. Her link will be in the bio. You know what it is. CCbeingCC. Her link will be in the bio. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. We out. Gang gang.
With that young nigga ballin', putting numbers on the board. I'm just stacking up the money, stack it up, it's never gone. What she say?